Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah.
The Quran says you are busy piling up, calculating, developing your careers, your money, your occupation, your wealth, until you visit the graves. Think about it. When was the last time that you went to a funeral? The last time that you visited the grave? When you went to a funeral and you saw that person whom you love that was laughing, crying, live, boasting, wealthy, educated, denying, arrogant, whatever they were. What was the demeanor of the people when you walked in that funeral home? When that person was stretched out in their last suit? What was the demeanor? Were the people cracking jokes? Were they dancing? Were they clapping and singing songs? No. Silence. Melancholy. Trauma. Why? Because every person that walked in that room, seeing that person stretched out, the first thing they thought about was not the person. The first thing they thought about was that one day, this will be me. 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 This will be me.
This life is a journey that has already started. But soon, wallahi, very soon, will come to an abrupt end. It is a mere hour of time. The believer is not busied with this life, nor deceived by long hopes. He knows this is all an examination. He knows that this whole life, all these things, all these traps, are, as the Almighty Lord mentions in Surah Ali Imran, the deception or the enjoyment of deception. He prepares himself. He works hard. He prepares himself day and night. This is the believer. Day and night preparing himself with his utmost ability in collecting, in gathering the righteous deeds. However, as we learn in the narration, it is surrounded with what? Hardships, difficulties, things that you might not want to do, but you should do. But how long are you going to do it for? For only a limited time. The time will end. It would soon end, so be patient. This is why this path needs sacrifice. This path needs self-control, disciplines, and needs patience and perseverance. It needs hard work and firm commitment upon your obligations, the worship, submission to your Creator. It needs the sacrifice of temporary satisfaction for eternal satisfaction.
Why barter something temporary, which is this life, for something eternal, Why would you risk paradise for something and a pleasure that's always in the past tense? I was here, I went there. It will all end. It will all be a past tense. In paradise, it just keeps getting better and better.
قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى.
When we talk about the value of this world and the scale of the hereafter, we are referring to this all-important question of this value, this life in general, in the scale of the hereafter. And truly, to illustrate this this question and this point, Rasulullah ﷺ gave us a very beautiful example. In an authentic hadith in Bukhari, once Rasulullah ﷺ was passing through the markets of Medina. At that point, in front of him was a dead carcass of a donkey that had passed away a few days ago. It was rotting. It had a repugnant smell was coming out of that dead carcass. There were flies buzzing around it. The donkey itself was not a pleasant sight. It was decaying, obviously, and it had very long ears, as the hadith mentioned. And so, in general, it was a very unpleasant sight. At that point, Rasulullah stopped, and he looked at the donkey, and then he looked at his companions, and he said, "O people, my companions, who amongst you will buy this donkey for 1 dirham?" And a dirham is one silver piece of coin. And the companions looked at the donkey and said, "Ya Rasulullah, we would not buy this donkey for a dirham." And then he said, "Well, who amongst you will actually buy this donkey for half a dirham, which is half of a piece of silver?" And the companions looked at the donkey and said, "Ya Rasulullah, we wouldn't buy the donkey even if it was for free." At that point, Rasulullah said, "By Allah, in whose hands is my soul? Truly, this world is more worthless. Truly, this world is more worthless in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than this donkey in your eyes." Subhanallah. This world is more worthless in the sight of Allah than this donkey, this dead, decaying donkey, and that is decomposing and a repugnant smell coming from it. Is this the true value of this world in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
If you put your finger in the ocean, do you think the ocean will be decreased? The Prophet ﷺ said the simulation, the example, the example of this life compared to the hereafter. Please give me your attention to this hadith. The example of this dunya to the hereafter, just like someone يضع إصبعه في اليم, someone he put his finger in the ocean, and look with your finger, that is your life, and the ocean is the hereafter, the hereafter, the hereafter, the hereafter.
Subhanallah walhamdulillah wallahu akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wallahu akbar. Subhanallah